Oh,
Hi. Hi, everyone. I am Ryan. I am the Public Relations Specialist at JRE Advertising. I'm accompanied by my Creative Director, Jose, as well as our Account Manager, Evan. So, before I bring them up here to tell you about this amazing campaign that we come up for Chevy in honor of your guys' 100-year anniversary, I want to tell you a little bit more about JRE. Because although we know Chevy, you guys might not know us. Some of you have probably heard this, some of you probably haven't, but that's okay. All right, so let's see here. Where do I begin? Well, first I want to tell you guys one thing. We're not just an advertising company that's going to give you some marketing material and have you go on your way. That's not how we operate. That's not what we're all about. All right, we're here and we're geared at aiming towards your target market, and we want to build interest and excitement about your brand. This is your 100-year anniversary, guys. Your main competitor Ford missed out on this. My goodness, I got to tell you right now. If I forgot about me and my wife's anniversary, I would not hear the end of it. All right, so when it comes to more about who we are, we got started back, I want to say about 2007. Me and Jose right here, we've actually been longtime friends. All right, we actually went into the service, and while we were on R&R during Christmas break, we were at a car show. At this car show, they were mainly showing hot rods, right? Now, at these car shows, there's a lot of meet and greeting with the owners. Well, we happen to meet Evan here, who happened to be winning first place. Well, he won first place that year. Well, long story short, you guys, we all kind of went into business together, running this advertising agency. And I gotta tell you, it has been pretty great. And I want to tell you about a couple of the jobs that a couple of the things that we've worked on. Because I can go ahead and tell you that we've done work with a lot of these other companies, all these other organizations. We do this, that, and the other. And yes, we do have a pretty diverse portfolio. But I'm just going to tell you about a couple of things that we have worked on. So we worked with Adidas, where we did their Superstars campaign, as well as Holly. Now, with Holly, that was pretty fun because we came up with their Holly Days discount campaign. Now, my personal favorite campaign that we worked on was with Coke. Not just because I like to drink Coke, although I do. I really like this because, one, I got to travel to Australia, which is pretty fun. This was, we started their Share a Coke campaign down in 2015. That thing was so successful that we definitely wanted to bring that campaign over to the United States. To this day, you'll still see it on social media. They still use hashtag Share a Coke. Right? Now, over this summer, we actually worked on another project. It was pretty fun, pretty memorable. You might have heard about it, might have not. I don't know. You tell me. Next time. But this, maybe I can fight. I don't know. But yeah, we ran that campaign right there. Got to meet the fighters. It was a pretty fun time. All right. So before I bring Jose up here to tell you a lot about the details that we have about this awesome campaign that we have for you guys, so I want to tell you one more thing. We've done the research. We've done already the heavy lifting. By signing a contract with JRE Advertising, we can get this campaign up and running before you even know it, which is going to ultimately save you guys time and money. So without further ado, I want to bring Jose up here. Jose.
Thank you. As introduced, I'm Jose, the creative director for JRE. And one of the things I do as a creative director, when you see the graphics, the colors, the designs, I'm the one who handles that. And if we do sign a contract, you'll be connecting with me directly. If there's a color you don't like, a design you don't like, I'll be handling that. But besides graphics and visuals, I am also a numbers guy. So I have a few numbers here in our creative brief. And part of the 100-year anniversary, what we want to do is give a new fresh face to Chevy without ruining the integrity of the brand. We don't want to redo an image. We just want to give it a fresh face for new people. But we don't want to alienate some of the old fans. We all know about the Chevy, Ford rivalry that we have, and 35% of people will just never buy Ford. They will just stick to Chevy, and we want to stay true to those people with our marketing campaign. There's a lot of new people in the market coming up around the ages of 1835. They're not as mechanically inclined, and they want a maintenance program with their cars. They're not the same like these Joe Blows over here. And with that, we also want to touch other markets that we have. 20% of new truck owners are women. There's a lot of new developing countries who are prime markets for your vehicles, and our campaign is going to integrate what you currently have and talk to these new markets without ruining or washing out your brand. All in all, the biggest number is 70% of people say they want to buy a car brand that they can trust, and Chevy, previously we have marketed that in spades. Chevy has that trust in their brand, and we want to keep that. So some of the ads, so here's a print ad version. This is to reach some of the more family-orientated clients. So we know that there's an urban sprawl and there's more offices and farmland now. People are buying less trucks in general. So we want to use this campaign to increase your sales and reach a different market that maybe previously would not have bought a truck. But yeah, as you said, 20% of women, they're buying the extended cab. Even though they may never put a bale of hay in that cab, they'll still buy a truck, and that's what we want to reach. Then there's the guys that who've heard of Chevy, their dads had a Chevy, they understand, and we've kept actually one-year-old campaign ads, but we just kind of put a new face to it. Again, we don't want to water down your ad, but we still want to reach the people who have heard of the brand, remember the slogan, and are looking for a vehicle also. And of course, we don't want to alienate your tried and true people. The 35% who will never buy a Ford. This is the construction worker, this is the farmer, the farmhand, who, simple guy, doesn't need words, doesn't need much convincing, and we're not going to alienate those people with the new marketing campaign as well. So previously, before this campaign that we're introducing to you now, there was a lot of advertisements you guys done before, and it was more about your competition with Ford and not about what Chevy is, or more about what Chevy isn't to Ford. And we want to sort of move away from that. They weren't so successful, these ads, these Chevy versus Fords. We want to really continue with this, what Chevy is. And as you mentioned, Ford had missed out on the opportunity to do 100 years. We want to really market on that. We have very little time. You only get 100-year anniversary, and we need to market on that to show what Chevy is, a trusted brand over the years. And with that, I'd like to introduce Evan. He's going to show you some of the work that we've done with the different marketing things.
Hey everybody, when I heard that we were trying to do a proposal for you guys at Chevy, I got super excited, let me tell you. I mean, I've driven a Chevy. It was my first car back in high school. I had a 1972 Chevelle. I still have it. I have a 50th anniversary Chevy pickup. It's got the original gold with the gold and white interior that you guys did the special edition. So I said, hey, why would we miss out on the 100th anniversary of your guys' brand? You've been here since 1918. Boom, let's hit 2018 running. We've got this ad that we've been working on for you guys that we think really showcases what the brand's about, what it has been about, and what we'd like to continue doing. So if you'd show that for me, I'd appreciate it.
We all depend on trucks. Chevy trucks. We think it's because Chevrolets are the most dependable trucks. Built to last a long time. With durable durability and ruggedness. Son of a gun. Chevrolet pickups are a design and better than ever giving you a smooth, solid ride since 1918. I like the extra power. Pulling power. Super power.
Maxi power!
And quality.
Seems they make them
Strong. Extra strong.
stronger every year.
Chevy trucks are built for work.
Work. Hard work.
And for play.
That's why Chevy's the best truck.
Mile after mile after
Mile.
forever to put together, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. We had to watch all of your guys' old ads. Some of them were not great, let me tell you. But that was part of what we wanted to do. We wanted to put together some of the old ads that you guys used. You know, try to showcase, hey, this is a brand that's been around for 100 years. That's kind of hard to find. And you build up a reputation, whether you like it or not, over 100 years. And we think your guys' has been a good one. So we really wanted to showcase that with our new ad. You'll notice that we don't compare it to Ford. We don't talk about the truck. We're past that. We're talking now about a brand, a feeling, a lifestyle, how people feel owning a Chevy truck. Do they want to be proud of that truck, or, you know, is it just another truck to them? So we came up with that, and so we want to show that ad on TV, you know, in between movies, on news, anything where we decide that your target market is going to be watching. We also want to spread it around on social media. Get that out on Facebook, get that out on Instagram, get that out everywhere we can. We have a couple ideas, like maybe each, for 100 days, we would show one ad from that year. So on the first day, we'd show an ad from 1918, on the 10th day from 1928, and that way, you know, we kind of showcase what we've been doing over the last 100 years, and at the same time pay homage to the brand and give something for people to watch every day without you guys having to spend more money having to create more content. You already made this stuff, why not use it? So we would also spend time and money trying to promote this campaign of new and old on social media, where we're comparing and contrasting the new and old trucks. The fact that you still see a truck that's 50, 60, 70, 80 years old on the road today really says something about that truck. So when somebody's buying a new truck, they're going to be thinking of that. So we definitely wanted to hit social media with that. And part of it was, when we took our budget and divvied it up, we wanted to put about 50% into showing that previous video that I just showed you. We want to get that out on TV in as many places as we can to get people to watch it. We want to spend 25% of that budget sending the direct mailers that Jose showed you guys earlier. Send those out. And our last 25% we want to spend on social media. And now I know that social media is pretty much the biggest, most important section now. And that might seem a little light, but you got to remember that social media is much less expensive to promote to. I mean, you might have to pay an employee to run the campaigns and things for you, but there's not generally as much overhead cost as showing an ad on TV or something like that. So, and then the last thing that we did was we came up with another 100th anniversary truck for you guys. So this is a special edition that we would only sell this year. It's got the special color, special badges. It's something you guys did back in 1968 with your 50th anniversary truck. You painted it gold with the special gold and white interior, something you can only get, and they sold like hotcakes. You guys sold 10 times more of that truck than you did of any other truck for that year, 10 years before, and 10 years after. It was a smash success, so why not just do it again? So now we're going to offer a special edition Colorado, and hopefully give some away or something like that in order to help create promotion for this advertisement. So with that, that's the ad campaign that we've come up with for you guys. We'd like to showcase your guys' 100th birthday. It's an opportunity that Ford missed, that Dodge missed, a lot of the other companies that have been around this long have missed. So we don't want you guys to miss this. And do you guys have any questions for us? Yeah.
So I know you talk a lot about trucks and everything. Are what you guys are planning to do, is it solely just going to focus on trucks, or is that just going to have anything to do with, say, our sedans or whatever?
Yeah, we were planning on incorporating ads with the sedans and the SUVs, but the main focus was on trucks, because this is the 100th anniversary of trucks. Since Chevy started out as a brand only really making trucks, and it took them another 15 to 20 years to start to get into the sedan market, into the SUVs, into that other stuff. So since this is a brand founded on trucks, and it's the 100th anniversary of the trucks, we thought we'd focus on the trucks for this ad. But that doesn't mean there can't be accompanying ads with sedans and SUVs, and that's something we're happy to work with you guys on as we continue in our relationship.
And we revolve our marketing and the graphics around any other vehicle that you have. We present it on the trucks, but we'll do it for the Chevy Volt, any other kind of trucks, I mean, any other kind of cars that you want. Okay. Any other questions? That's where to send the check.
I've got a question. On the previous slide, you showed a social media post sample. Why only 26 likes?
Because we just published it.
Oh,
within
okay.
seconds.
That was second.
Okay, that was second.
Of course.
I like it. I like it.
We're going to be much more successful. 26 likes.
Any other questions from our executives?
If we've answered all your questions, we have one question for you.
I
Are you
think
guys
that,
ready to showcase your 100th anniversary? Sell some trucks?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's an awesome commercial. Commercial was awesome.
It's not ours.
How
Chevy's
about you guys
actually,
put that together?
We also didn't do the
that's Chevy's actual commercial.
You guys
No
did it
way.
together? Oh.
I could have sworn I saw you guys on TV.